Oh, before I even do that, I need to check something. Ooh, I did not know that. Hold up. So if I hold up. Hold up. Let me see something real quick. So let's do you, and you.
Nearer to the action is closer to the truth.
Ooh, you know what? I think throwing on Homegirl would be better. Where's she at? Where's my girl? Where's she at? Ah, found you. There you go.
I'm never late.
I wonder. Crazy crit rate. I mean, not crit rate, but super damage bonus. I need to hit something. I need to get over there.
More speed. Pyrotechnics! Off to the freeze! Huh. I condemn you!
Anyway, watching the stream right now. Don't worry, we'll be starting the story soon. I just need to go do something. I want to test it because I did not know Shan Yun buffed physical damage, which means she and Eula on the team together makes sense. And now even knowing that, I feel like I'm gonna put Shan Yun on my Skirk team when I pull for Skirk. Genuinely.
Feel the beat! Rack and ruin! Fulfill our path! Amp it up! Shut up! Attack! Pinnacle of excellence! Pyrotechnics! Lolling! Eat Papa! I condemn you! Feel the beat! Crush! Off to the... Get to work! More speed.
You know what? I'm thinking that maybe during the weekend I'll probably stream. And I'll probably stream Wuwa and pick a character story quest to do. Noobs, how you doing, bro?
eye for an eye.
Pretty good, my guy. That's lovely to hear. My life been pretty dandy for the most part. Of course, it has its natural ups and downs, but that's how
More speed.
shit is. Hold up, let me turn my mic aimed towards me. Oh, I recently just posted a new video. Don't know if you checked it out yet. Granted, I will say this: I did a lot of stuttering in it. The video is as raw as possible with me stuttering a whole bunch throughout the video, but it is what it is. You just gotta get the video out. I couldn't wait. Cause I already planned to like post that video like 2 weeks ago. But it was like I made a post about it on my community tab saying, hey yo, do y'all wanna see this video? Or this type of video? I got like yes.
Shut up.
Answer, but like, I was like, alright.
Pyrotechnics.
Cause it was a video I wanted to make actually.
Show no mercy. Yeah, beg for mercy.
Even with everything I've said about it, I said about Natland, even with everything I said about it as like a criticism of it, like, of course I still enjoy it. It's just like, it genuinely feels like, hold on, let me pause this. It just genuinely feels like they half-baked Natland. I think that's the better word to describe Natland. Natland feels half-baked. It feels half-baked, plus they wanted to, because clear as day that they wanted to bring players back to the game, but they kind of, you know, folded on that. I should have mentioned this in my video. I should have mentioned this in the video, but I might mention this in the next video I make. Talking about Genshin 5.0 should have been way bigger than how they presented it. 5.0 should have been this ultimate turning point for Genshin as a game. Genuinely. The things people have been asking for should have been put into the game. A resin overflow and overcap thing, they should have put it in there. 5.0 should have been a massive change for the game. For the better of the game. Genuinely. And let me read. Yo, what's up, Joshua? Pathetic super is in danger, and you over here enjoying a stroll you lack for liberty and democracy is lacking. First of all, that's your fight, not mine. You got it, twin. Who knows? If I stream for about 2 hours, I'll probably jump in and join y'all for about like 1 hour gameplay. But the more they exclude the technicals, the more they I gotta get my brain right because I'm over here thinking about shit. Okay, I get what you're saying. You're basically saying the more they continue to exclude mechanics that's unique to. Well, actually, I don't even think I agree with that. Unless you're talking about like the in-game mode being catered to like the new units, big bosses, big boss. Oh, that boss? Oh yeah. True, I'll say this. At first, I liked the boss in terms of like story-wise, I liked it, but like, I think outside of the story, I don't think I like the boss as much. And the reason I say this is because I want to get back to having more humanoid bosses, which they've actually done. The recently new boss they made, right, is a humanoid boss, and I love it. Because it's not this big, massive thing like Scaramouche's boss fight. Scaramouche's boss fight is this massive robot. Give me a second. My dog is crying about something. BRB, give me 1 moment. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, like I was saying about the humanoid boss thing, right? Let me speed run this. I love the humanoid bosses more. I think that's one of the reasons why I love the freaking narwhal fight so much. Because we was fighting this giant whale, then we get eaten by the whale, then we're teleported to some random place, and then boom, this so-called not even Voyager, but this visitor from beyond the sea of stars comes with this giant sword and his twisted up body, and he starts swinging and crap, doing all types of crazy moves. Like, pfft, I enjoyed the crap out of it. Hold on, let me read. You need well, it's reaction consistent what? Oh, actually, you know what? Let's actually go roll over to Natland really quickly. Okay. Where is it? Pretty sure that damn thing. Okay, here it is, right here. Right? This. It's the big, like, abyss dragon boss, right? That you're referring to? 'Cause if so, yeah, I agree. And you think, oh, my bad. Oh, crap. I think the stream is lagging a little bit. Tell me if the stream is lagging. But anyway, I'm gonna continue my point. Right? You think a boss like this, no, hold up. Let me be more accurate. This whole mechanic thing, hold up. Let me go back to a better boss. This one right here. This. Let me travel to it so I get my point across. You think a boss or a new enemy with this mechanic where you need to constantly keep doing elemental reactions to break their bar of defense so they can be stunned, so you can actually do so much damage to them. You think a boss like this would be defeated with every elemental reaction? You think Dendro would absolutely clap the crap out of this boss itself? Granted, technically it probably could if my characters were better built, obviously. But just like the mere fact of the reaction itself, Dendro should be able to clap this boss easy. Right? But it can't clap it easy. Right? Dendro is like... You're one shot if you didn't... Yeah, exactly. Hold on, let me rewind back in time so I can read some of this other stuff. Which one are you from? Yeah, I only have my week up. But like... Granted... If I were to make I do plan on making a video talking about boss mechanics in Genshin and why niche teams aren't a bad thing. Because I know people are complaining about Skirk being put into a niche team and you have to play her in the said niche team. I completely am okay with that. I'm actually good. I'm like, it's a thumbs up for me personally. What makes your booty blood hard? His electro tag, that instant kill. I ain't fight that boss in a minute, but like, I'm pretty sure he does have attacks like that. My main issue with the dragon boss in Natland is that he's so massive that it doesn't feel like any of my hits are actually hitting him. It feels like there's this gap wall of space between me and the boss when I'm swinging my sword at him, right? And I feel like I'm not doing nothing to it unless it's like 2 inches closer. That's my issue with these ginormous, big, massive sized bosses. They need to go back to the humanoid boss thing, which again, like I said, they actually have gone back to, because the new one, hold up, let me give me a second. This one right here, the unsolved chest. I freaking love this boss fight. It's great. All you gotta do is just use the freeze reaction to stop the boss, technically. And in my opinion, that's great. I love that idea. Use a certain type of reaction. Like, I understand people don't want to be forced to use certain team comps, but like in a game with a whole bunch of elemental reactions, you should be accustomed to playing every team of every type of niche or elemental reaction. You should be accustomed to it. That's what my personal idea is, which I need to remember that when I make this video. But a living steamroll. Let me rewind. What makes the bigger boss hard is electro. So in order to give reaction in a second, 6 to spare. Yeah, and it is crazy that Chaska is like the #1. I'm pretty sure Chaska is probably the #1 animal infusion damage dealer, right? Because she's the only one who can just absorb so many elements up into her cannon and blast shot it, and it's so much swirl damage because of it. It's crazy. Honestly, if they were gonna do that, hold up. If they were gonna do that for a character,
Knights in a
Hold on. Let me go to this thing.
Share the same
Team
heritage.
building.
But the knights had enough sense to do.
Here we go. Alright, where's the one for animal? Here we go. Like animal. Like if they were gonna create a character like that, right, to really that can dish out so much swirl damage, they should have, you know, updated this elemental resonance to include swirl damage increase as well. Because if we had an increase of swirl damage on the basis of this, it would have been, honestly, it would have been good. Because a lot of these elemental resonance things need buffing. The fact that Geo is like the only one that got buffed is crazy. Dendro is fine by itself. Like they don't need to do nothing else with Dendro. But Geo is the only one that actually got any additional buff to it, while everything else felt like. And oh, actually, I'm pretty sure. What does Hydro do? Yep, Hydro is still the damn near the exact same as it's always been. The same thing with Cryo and Pyro, or not. But like, yeah, it would have been better if they just
with all the superfluous detail.
made it something everyone could do, or everyone could take advantage of in an animal cryo team, or not just in a bling animal team, with of course different elements. 2 animals should have been able to clap that. Granted, I might find a video of someone doing it. But what was another point that I was yapping about? I talked about the boss niche teams. Personally, like I said earlier, niche teams, I think they're fun. The Overload is fun, personally. Honestly, I'll say this. Tripwire, the homie, he has said this, that Genshin has, this is his words, basically. Genshin has gotten to a point where we've legitly tasted every type of team composition. So now Genshin is like kind of slowly moving towards this whole niche team gameplay, where it's like, oh, freeze team, electro charge, overload, bloom. Granted, bloom was technically the first one. Bloom was like the only, well, we had Nilou, who was the first character in the whole game that was niche, because she needed more Dendro characters on the team. But there's been so many Dendro characters that's been released ever since then that's like, she's golden, I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But you know, yeah. The volcano's erupting. That's what that sound is. But yeah. That's what Tripwire basically said. That we've gotten to the point where we need to have niche teams so that it can feel fresh. Nilou, Bloomer, Kinich, Burning. Exactly. Shoot, when I found out, because I think I remember him telling me that Kinich was for a Burning team, but I had to re-verify with him, like, probably a couple days ago, when we had this conversation. And he was like, yeah, Kinich is made for a Burning team. And then I think to myself, holy guacamole. People are complaining about Skirk and Escoffier being tied to the hip, acting as if Kinich isn't tied to the hip of freaking Emily. And she was released right before he was. So if you pull for Kinich, essentially, in the same breath, you would have needed to pull for Nilou. Not Nilou, but Emily prior. Right? And it's like, damn. We already been through this cycle before, so I don't understand this doom posting behavior people got going on right now in relation to Skirk having to need to be played in a freeze team. My guy, we've already gone through this same song and dance before. We've done Nilou. We had Overload technically, but that was with a 4-star unit. But no, I don't really care if it's a 4-star unit or not. It's still an Overload reaction team that she needs to be in order for her stuff to work. So, and then Auroron as well, which the homie had to tell me about what the free Auroron does. Hold up, because I didn't even know Auroron could do this. Granted, I knew about this for like a couple months now since his release. But like, homeboy got a whole what you call it? What you call this team composition? Electrocharge team? Yeah, there we go. Whole Electrocharge team set is like his best team technically to be in. Right? It's his best team. Homeboy Trip talking about something, yo, I'm using him along with my Mona and we're doing crazy damage. Oh, there you go, right there. Yo, what's up, Drip? But yeah. So, whenever I make this video about niche gameplay or the niche team building stuff, granted, I started the script already. I just gotta really cook it some more. Hopefully, everybody's day been good. I didn't even notice Joshua said this. Nah, Super Earth needs me. This is diving for liberty and freedom. But anyway, I think I need to get back to the quest. But like, yeah. Ooh, you know what? I think in the midst of my I think I'm gonna do this as well. When I make this video talking about niche gameplay or niche team building and whatever and stuff related to that, I'm also going to include boss mechanics as well. Because I'm not gonna hold you. Seeing people complain about boss mechanics that can easily be handled, and you are given the tool needed to handle said issue, it's like, what are we talking about here? Because I promise you this. Hold on, let me go back to Mondstadt real quick. I'm gonna promise you this right now. This boss right here, the chess boss, watch when Skirk comes out. People are gonna be like, you can't beat this boss unless you have Skirk and a Scofier. I promise to God they will. No disrespect to you, Great One. But genuinely, that's what's gonna happen. Despite the fact I can clap this boss with 4-star units. Granted, I wasn't using 4-star units when I clapped this boss. I was using standard and limited units to clap it, but you get the point I'm making. Just bring the elemental reaction of freeze, and you're good. Crap, I ran out of juice. I need to go give me some. But yeah, I'll catch you later. Alright, see you later, noob. Hope to catch you next time. Should I fight this boss now? You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I'll fight this boss. And then we'll go level 80. I fought this thing last time. Really? This thing is a weekly boss? I didn't even know that. Maybe because I wasn't reading before. But anywho. To keep up to my testament about using 4-star units, I am legitimately going to bring 4 stars for this fight. I don't know who I want to bring, though. That's the question. I'm bringing you. Absolutely break that boss. People bitch about everything. You wrote a black person into a game. You're just presenting. Not to be racist. Oh, you wrote a white person into the game. You're racist. Well, yeah, exactly. And what's so crazy is I'm sitting here running through, like, I think it was like it was like last stream. I was running through bosses that required cryo to be needed for the fight. And like, for example, that one from Fontaine, that purple seahorse, right? I brought Scofier there for that fight too. I mean, I was doing crazy damage with my Eula. And my Eula was doing crazy physical damage. Shoot, even in this boss fight, my Eula was doing dandy. Who else want to bring? Oh, you know what? I am going to bring... Well, I need to bring Hydra for this fight too, so... Ooh, excuse me. Whew.
Wish me luck.
Yeah, this thing feels decent. Let's get it. I'm wasting like mad time doing this. But I gotta do it. Ooh, you know what? I might just even freaking use this in my video. Oh, also, I put it back in English. And there's a lot of... Well, I'm glad that majority of the English voices for the main cast, or the cast characters in the event, is present. I'm glad about that, personally.
Rain outlines your... Let the show begin.
Dodge this! Ah, what's the hurry? Oh, so sorry.
I'm flying! You can't get
Don't
me
be
up
scared.
here.
No, my sword.
That bastard ran out of the field.
Oh. Let me weave you a verse.
Freeze!
Stars, shine. Rain outlines your fate.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time.
Not now. Don't be scared. Let's dance.
Freeze!
One square's time is far too slow. Ramming speed!
Time to act. Huh? The night is cold. I'll protect it.
Dodge this! What's that?
Rain cutter. Not now.
I'm flying!
Don't get frostbite.
You can't get me up here.
Freeze!
Let the show begin. Stars, shine for me.
Cool it!
The night is cold.
Dodge this!
Body and mind. Not now.
Square's time is far too slow. Ramming speed! Yes, this is more like it. King and Queen should present a united front.
Freeze!
Let's have a ball.
Oh, so sorry.
Don't be scared. The night is cold. Witness the power of Google. I'll protect us.
Cool it!
Not now.
Dodge this!
Rain outlines your fate. The night is cold. Stars, shine.
Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time.
Let the show begin. No, my sword. My guiding stars.
Dodge this!
Have a ball.
Let me weave you a verse.
Cool it! What's the hurry? Freeze!
Cold. Mine to the...
Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
Not now.
Freeze!
Don't be scared.
Cool it!
The night is cold. No, my sword. Rain cutter.
Let's have a ball.
Stars, shine for me.
This moment will be frozen in...
My guiding star. Rain outlines your fate.
Cool it.
The night is cold.
Alright, let me read. Apparently, next breath, a lot of the voice in the story will be voiced. There are just finishing the BS being my bosses. Oh, that's lovely to hear. That's weird.
To be this form? A toy really doesn't suit me. Well done. But this isn't over. I will now preside over the second trial. Stare straight ahead, and you will see things as they appear. But change your perspective, and you will see them as they are.
Only reason I'm leaving the domain is because I done spent too much time on it at this point. It's already, what, 11:17? I've been streaming for 35 minutes. I need to even get this quest done, or at least a good portion of it. Let me scroll through my stuff. Everything's fine. Alright. Time to get the story quest started. No, not you. Crap, I need to go do something real quick. I'll be right back.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Come on, let's get moving. We're not frozen in place after all.
hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Okay, I'm back. There we go. Okay, I'm ready to go.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Actually, what do I have on his? Alright. Oh my goodness! No wonder nothing was initiating there now. Like he got random shit on him. What a link. I completely forgot this nigga has a shield. Surprisingly. I don't know why he gotta have this weird ass shit on him. I don't remember putting this stuff on him. But I will put 2 pieces of you on him. That can stay. Where is that? Where's it? Golden Troop? Yeah, there we go. That's right. I go farm more pieces of Golden Troop because every other piece I got from is on everybody else. Yeah, I need to go farm this. Energy recharge is being... No, hold up. No, hold up. Energy recharge pieces are also taken. Like, god damn, nigga. Is anybody gonna let this nigga have a piece? Shit. Okay, that's better. Alright, let's get it. Oh, also, if you're watching the stream, hit the like button for me. Thank you.
Or bad news, though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress, too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
They made that nigga the loading screen. That's freaking hilarious.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
I knew it.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast-going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Culturally important items, mind you. How exactly do I... Oh, okay, I see. I've always liked it when we were able to do this whole getting their attention by making them go someplace else. Did that work? It worked for them too. Uh-oh.
What was that sound?
Ah, crap.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off.
My nigga.
There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
A skip button would have been perfect for this moment. I've already gone through this. Shoot, if they don't, bro, just have it be hold the X button to skip.
That's right.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Scarred face. On closer could he have previous? Something feels off.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
I will say this. I think Genshin succeeds the most when it comes down to their story and even storytelling, when it's done in like a really compact story that's short. For example, like the bedtime Archon quest, you know, the same Archon quest people were bitching about because it was only, what, 2 or 3 hours long? Or some crap like that, or an hour and like 30 minutes long. And people are like, man, it's too short. These are the same niggas who were complaining, saying that, oh, stuff is too long. They gave you a compact story that's short, that can be done in an hour, and you're gonna bitch about that? Are we serious? It was so stupid. But anyway, let's get to the point.
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
Yeah, Kanish, you did great!
in other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
I love it when we do this. This has got to be my favorite aspect of the storytelling. Especially, it was something new that they introduced back in Sumeru. And then we started doing it more in Fontaine. Technically, a little bit. And then when we go to Natland, we stopped doing it. I feel like this should be more ingrained into the quests as a whole. This needs to continue being a thing. Because, honestly, this would make someone interact with this, of course. You can use the word forces players to interact with the story, but at the same time, it is something that does intrigue you, because it has to make you have to legitimately be paying attention to the story and put the pieces together yourself to come to the natural conclusion that you're supposed to come to. Right? Of course, you can sit here and speedrun just like clicking until you get the right one, but like still, the thought process behind it is the thing that's fun about it, right? I forgot he doesn't have a voice.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Look,
Hold on, let me explain.
Hold on, let me explain.
Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads.
Mm-hmm.
And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
Actually, I really would love to see Nouvellette interact with Ohio, because I need to know what that would be like. I wonder who got more authority.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro. Oh, that really is good news. Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroron?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Don't tell me this nigga did not know about this entire time.
Really?
Oh my lord.
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
This nigga didn't know that he had the title of Duke. Well, he knew he had this title. It's just he didn't know the benefits behind it. Which is crazy. Actually, it's not too crazy. He lived in the freaking fortress for so long. Of course he wouldn't know. But knowing that he has benefits, financial benefits, potential benefits, is like, ooh, snap. Uh-oh. I should have just teleported. Oh, you left them with these niggas.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Ugh.
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Ah, really? Thanks!
She's
Wait, who
blushing
are the
hard.
other contestants, though?
She blushing mad hard. Okay, looks like and she just won the on this VR. Nigga, I didn't even leave for 45 minutes. At best, it was like 5. What are we talking about? I swear.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
Had enough too,
Bro,
huh?
For real?
Bro, I didn't take a
Come on,
nap.
bro.
Me being quiet while characters having an interaction is not me taking a nap. I tell you what I was doing though. I was doing 2 things at the same time. And not only was I paying attention to the story, but I was scrolling through my phone, checking how many views the new video got. Which is getting close to 1,000 already. I swear, if I ping another 1,000 off rip like this, bro, I swear to I don't know how this keeps happening. But we'll wait and see, because it's still too early to call it. But I think it's valid to call it if this video hit 1,000. Cause it's steadily making its way up. You just gotta let it soak and let it sit for a while longer, you feel me? I got some interesting comments on that video too.
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
This nigga Auroron has been a cornball throughout the entirety of this event. I swear he has. I done seen so many cornball statements come from this man, and it's freaking ridiculous. He has the equivalent of Sino dad jokes.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
But also, if y'all are still here, tripping, Joshua, I got a question to ask. Is there like a way to like reduce back pain by any chance? It looked like 40 minutes because the stream buffered for 26 minutes. Really? It was buffering? I didn't get no buffer from my end. Mind you, I'm watching the stream as long at the same time. That's weird. Now, the reason I had got back pain is because I was lifting something at work and I think I pulled something. My lower back has been in, well, I guess over the past day it hasn't been in pain actually. I think the pain done went away, but like throughout like last week till now, till about like what, Tuesday, I've been having like crazy back pain. More like my, not even back pain, it's more like my lower right side of my hip. Cause I don't, when I'm like working on a pallet or whatever at work, I'm like, I'll lean my body over, but like I don't step over to where I need to step in order to have a better angle, right? So I think I've been like pulling my back out, doing that crap. Ooh, hold up. Let me type that down. I'll probably go buy it tomorrow. Just in case my back starts feeling pain again during work. Actually, let me search it instead.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Okay. Thank you, Trip. Appreciate it. What else is interesting that happened during my job today? Not even my job. There are so many interesting things that happened during the week, at least for me just scrolling through YouTube. And I wanted to chat about it so hard, but like I keep forgetting what it is the next day. Which really sucks. But like, oh, here's go one. This is one I remember. So I think sometime this week or last week, I don't remember when it was, but apparently Hassan Biker, this dude has a VOD, like there's an old clip of him from like 2019 or whatever crap, where he says the most outrageous thing ever. Homeboy has already admitted to that he's been to a Diddy party before, or that his girlfriend has been to one, but like Homeboy can't stop flapping his gums. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure that clip is like 5 years old at this point. But he said something so outrageous. Nigga was talking about something. Oh, they were like these images. I don't know if anybody has even kept up with that crap. But nigga was talking about something. Oh, there's these. They were like these. I went to that party and it was like images of like these underage girls. And I was looking girls. I was like, bro, you are incriminating yourself greatly, which I appreciate. Keep flapping your gums, please. You need to get packed up anyway. But still, this nigga is describing them in detail. He even uses the word sexy to describe them, which is wild in itself. Crazy how he goes around calling people pedos while he is doing the very thing a pedo would do. Ain't it crazy? Homeboy even had a phrase for his like F-boy days, or when he was making F-boy content. He was like, if she's old enough to count, she's old enough to mount. Bro, when I found out he said that crap, I was like, nah. Yep, pack him up. Get him out of here. Bye. And I'm not gonna lie, I think the blessings of the great one upstairs have finally started kicking in, or rather, should I say, the wheels of justice has finally started kicking in, because now the media eyes have started laying on Hassan, and I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really great right now, because finally people are seeing this nonsense that he's been talking about, yapping about. You got news reporters talking about him. Granted, some of them glazing him, other ones are criticizing him and like, yo, why are we allowing this to happen? Da-da-da. So I can't wait to see what happens next, personally. Hassan and supporters of Hassan are proof that people are acting stupid. And for lies, as long as the liar is looking good, is good looking. I don't even think Hassan is even good looking. I don't know if anyone finds Hassan Piker to be good looking. I'm sorry, bro.
Catch the wind.
Go stare at the wall for 10 minutes. Then come back to me. Cause that nigga do not look good. I'm not gonna lie. Cause I told you about how I feel about the beard thing, right? I told you how I feel about the beard. Me personally, there's nothing attractive about that man. It is lightest. I'm not gonna hold you. He partially looks like a bum. In my eyes. He looks half bum. And he's rich as well. He's woke. So of course Legacy Media to run defense for him. Yep. It was one article that was running defense for him, but then they were forced to change the title of their article, which was, yeah, you should, because this is not something to defend, Goofy. Straighten your article out. I'm not over here yapping about political topics, but I'm just trying to speed run through things I've come across during the week, or the last 2 weeks, and worth talking about.
What's the hurry?
A topic that I think I didn't discuss with the homies already about the Zenless inflation thing. Okay, so today is what I saw. I saw Tectone react to Saint Tontas's video where Saint Tontas was talking about EO, the dude who plays Zenless and is like understands the mechanics of Zenless gameplay and all that other stuff. He sat there and tried to paint himself as like some victim who's being targeted or bullied by EO, because EO in his video had a clip of Saint playing or using Hugo, the new 5-star character, in Zenless and playing him wrong, and also complaining about the fact that he couldn't break a version 1 mini boss's armor off, despite the fact how easy that is. In the game, it's blatantly easy to break that shield off that enemy type.
Let's get
right?
moving. We're not
Let me pause this so I can talk better. And I'm not gonna lie, the amount of Tectone does this thing that personally I despise, because it's like it is so one-sided. Where it's like, if it's someone he doesn't like, even if the person is saying something of sound or valid opinion, he completely dismisses it entirely. He hands waves it, swipes out the way, and then he just dogs on the individual all the way through. And that's what he was doing with EO in this video, or this reaction. There's even some people in that comment section calling him out, being like, bro, that nigga EO did not pull up this VOD that Saint deleted, which is so interesting that Saint is deleting VODs of people, not people, hold up. He's deleting his own stream VODs. He deleted his VOD related to that video he did with Ketha the 7th, talking about Zenless HP inflation and all them bad arguments he was making. In that video, he deleted that VOD. This is what I just found out today. And then now I'm finding out that he even deleted this other VOD of him playing Hugo, making these other bold claims about the game. And he sounds retarded saying it. And to see someone play defense for that is just so corny. I can get it that he's your friend. I can get it that you don't like EO. But like, bro, if you're going to sit here and what's the word I'm looking for? Prospect. If you're going to put yourself on this pedestal as this individual who's unbiased, as this individual who attempts to be as fair as possible, you cannot sit here and play defense for your friends. If your friends are making really dumb claims and then trying to paint themselves as a victim of bullying by another community when they are rage baiting and stirring the pot on purpose because homeboy can't think of any other type of content to do. Anyway, let's read. Play as 7. This game is effing ace. I will, eventually. There's still other games I gotta get my hands on.
in place after all.
But yeah, when I saw that video today, I just I side-eyed. Cause I'm thinking about using that video. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to use that video as fuel for the fire of my video talking about Zenless HP inflation. I'm thinking about it. Honestly, I want to, cause like, actually, I should. I don't know why I'm even contemplating it. I should, cause that's how I feel about it. I didn't see so many content creators, big and small, use these niggas as proof as what they're talking about. of why they say niggas do not understand how Zenless works. Like, being afraid of HP inflation and power creep, that's understandable. I get it.
It's the language of the soul.
But niggas blowing out of proportion crazy, like. Then they want to act like victims. Like, bro, nigga, shut up. I don't know why I even have a cryo team set up in the first place. Well, yes I do, because I was fighting the boss earlier. This, so, hold up. Can I should be able to, can I change for quality? There we go. There's so many 4 stars in this game. And this is like, I got like half of every 5 star. This is like in between star. This is non-existent. And I swear, if Aloy if people, I'm gonna say this right now, if people start beating the in-game content in version 5.7 when Skirk is released with Aloy and a Scorpion in the same team, it's gonna be diabolical. Genuinely, I can see it happening. Someone's gonna do it. You know what? Let me just. Let's do. No, not you. Who else want to throw on this team? Oh shit. I don't have a character that's going to initiate like plunging attacks. You know what? We're just going to leave it like this for now. Oh, bro, I got something to rant about right now. If anybody's still listening. Yo. I left my house.
Enough food? If not, I brought my own stash.
I left my house to go to work today at approximately around like, what, 8:20, right? Because I got to be to work by like 9, right? And I noticed there was no gas in the damn car. And I thought my family member, in particular, had went and filled the gas tank up the night before. So I got in the car thinking, oh, it's probably full of gas. Turned the car on and it barely got any gas in it. Inch my way over to the gas station. I had to wait about like what 10 minutes because I didn't have no money to put into that gas tank at all. So I had to ask a family member for some money. I spent 10 minutes at that gas station and only filled the tank up to about, well, by the time it was like what 8:37, I had filled the tank up and I was already on the move. But then I had to deal with traffic. By the time I got and left that gas station, I was my Google destination or my Google Maps told me that I would arrive at work near almost 10 minutes late after 9, and I'm like, bro, what? So now I have to get up even earlier. I already get up early as it is, but now I got to get up even earlier just to beat traffic. And there's just one segment in traffic that's really irritating this crap to me, where they have the left and right turn signal things activate, but it's activating at the exact same time as the green light for cars going straight forward. So this lane setup is so terrible that you need to wait for the other lane to clear out enough just so you can punch it and turn left or right, which is freaking ridiculous. It's not even set up as left and right, they go first, then sideways, y'all go first, y'all go next, and then finally back and forth, y'all go, right? It's set up as we all go at the same time, and it's so stupid. Niggas be sitting here in the middle of the road waiting for a chance to go, but no one's gonna give them the chance to go because everyone want to speed past. It's like a life and death situation. It's by far the most irritating traffic I've ever experienced driving. Genuinely, it's by far the most retarded. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. Because I got late to work today because of that.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Also, for anybody watching, just any of the homies anyway, in particular, I've had this thought since the last stream. I feel like Natlan's main city should have been something of this size and have stuff of this type in it, right? Because when you look at this and you see the technology here, you don't question it really. You're like, oh, makes sense, right? Then you go to Natlan and you see their city states or their city area. It's not even really a city, right? The stadium. It's like this whole stadium could have been a massive sized city location that had the stadium in the center of it. I feel like that's what they should have done. Instead of making this whole thing so small, this whole chunk of land should have been the damn stadium in like a massive city size, in my opinion. Should have been a whole city, stadium in the center. Because I feel like that's one of the things that throw me off about Natlan as I'm reviewing it again. Because like this should have been a bigger area of living space. Granted, it's already pretty big, technically. But it should have been a little bigger. It should have stretched out on top of these mountaintops. The Children of Echoes are probably the easiest one because they're good. They're good as is. Homies over here, they're pretty dandy, pretty good, but I feel like the area should have been a little bigger, cover up a little more of the area, you feel me? Stuff of that nature. Oh, hold up. I forgot, I'm still on Act 2. So I'm not going to end the stream until I finish Act 2 of this story. And then Act 3 will be technically later today, because today is Friday now. I've been thinking about doing some sit-ups lately. I'm pretty sure doing sit-ups might help stretch my back. I've been doing some side stretches as well at work just to make sure my back doesn't strain again. Or my hips. I don't know, it's probably because of the way I stand. It's probably what be hurting my back sometimes, or my hips. So I've been trying to stand straight any chance I get. I try not to slouch in my chair either.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments?
No.
Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
This nigga... Aurora is such a clown, bro. This is exactly why Lolly keeps beating on him. This is exactly why. This type of behavior cannot be accepted.
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
I hate the fact that he says everything out of his mouth with such conviction and it sounds believable as crap. Even though he's being freaking sarcastic and funny. Like, oh my goodness. This dude is Gen Z, zero social skills, odd AF lingo. Exactly. I ain't even gonna lie. Even when I see Mimi and freaking Sakya like type in the other Discord, bro. When I saw them spam type me about this game called Forspoken, I can't remember what the freak Forspoken was. As I'm sitting here thinking about it, what the freak was Forspoken? I don't remember. But anyway, what the crap? There we go. Anyway, yeah, game called Forspoken. They were spam chatting me about it, and I was like, what the freak are they doing? And I look at the freaking messages, and I'm not gonna lie, I damn near had a seizure. I damn near had a seizure looking at these messages. I was like, bro, what is this speed type 1 word per sentence? Oh, let me type, but not fully type out what I need to type. I'm going to cut it off halfway, put it in the second layer, did the third layer, did the fourth layer. I was like, bro, what is this? I was an attentive person when it came down to my English class and learning how to type properly. I remember them days where I had to learn how to type on the computer and whatnot. Put your fingers here, there, type it, I remember them days. Bro, looking at this type of typing is throwing my brain off. I'm like, what is this? Forspoken is a failure again. You know what? Even when they said Forspoken, I felt like I remember hearing that game name. And yeah, it was a failure. Isn't that the one with the female lead with this really atrocious looking face? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Unless it was the one where the homegirl at the beginning of the game, there was a fire that broke out in her house. She decides to leave the money despite the fact it's in view of her to pick it up. She can legitimately pick up the money and take it with her to save this cat or whatever thing she was trying to save at the same time. She could have done both at the same time. I don't remember if this was Forspoken or not, but I remember seeing that people were talking, they were laughing at that game for that moment in particular.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
I apologize for my grandson bursting in like this. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, this Seek Lolly and freaking Aether ship is canon in my opinion. I'm taking it as canon. I don't care.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
I find it hilarious that the character Paimon can sit here and be like, bro, these two things ain't the same. But when it comes down to her actual voice actress, she can't tell the difference between two certain things not being the same. Ain't that freaking crazy? I feel like if Paimon existed in real life, if she was like a real entity that could leave the game and come into real life, I'm pretty sure Paimon would call out her own voice actress as BS. Because Paimon is the type of individual who doesn't take BS personally. She just really doesn't take it. You talk crazy about her, she gonna say something. You say something stupid, she gonna react to it. You feel me? So I feel like Paimon, she be on her ass.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
Oh my goodness, Roran. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. This dude is such a cornball. And I see why people love him. I fully understand. Shoot, I love this dude. Not like that, obviously. But in terms of his personality, he got such a fun personality. And you know what's so crazy? This is something I didn't mention in my video, which is a failure on my part. Because I mentioned Kachina feeling like she was the only well-written character in the entirety of Natlan's Archon Quest. I was wrong. I should have went back and redid my voice line, but I was just like too committed to finishing the video and getting it out. So I think I need to edit my first comment as well. That Auroran was the second character throughout the entirety of Natlan's Archon Quest who was also well written as well. He wanted to help save Natlan and his way by helping the captain, and he was willing to even give up his life. He almost lost his life to do it because he's committed to it, because he feels that he needed to pay back the debt for, or just still living, managing to live after what his tribe has done for him, right? So it's like, even him, he is the second character throughout the entirety of Natlan who feels like there's some weight behind every action he took, right? And it's well written. Even his whole segment of the story where he gets like time to shine is also well written. I really love it. It was really great, even in the moment.
So, Roran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, So, basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
Then whose is it?
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help.
I am so glad that they hit us with a flashback, because I'm not going to hold you. When this man started the conversation about retelling the events of what happened, my brain was clicking in my head, being like, yo, flashback, 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 where is it? And boom, they hit me with it, so I'm so glad. I love that they actually been doing this lately, but they need to do this more.
He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
And not only that, think about it in context. This feels like racial profiling. And let me explain why I feel like that's what this is. Granted, I'm probably using the word incorrectly, but let me explain. The individual who's actually is in possession of that gadget that they smuggled out of Natland, they found two individuals who are from Natland and convinced them to be like, hey, yo, can you do me a favor and pick this up for me? Type-ish. So it doesn't seem suspicious. Bro, isn't that crazy? You're gonna be like, oh, look at them two Natland niggas over there. I'm gonna use them to get this back, and no one's gonna think it's suspicious at all. And then I'll get it back, and then I'll go do my thing. Villainous behavior. Anyway, let's continue.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Poor child.
Huh?
Oh, I'm so glad I paused it right there. Oh, look, facial expression. Nice. But anyway, yeah, Auroran is like this sweet summer child who's willing to do anything someone nice does for him. Hold up. He's willing to do anything that if someone is nice to him, asks him to do, he will do it. There we go. Said that better.
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Oh, never mind.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good job, good job.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natland, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
That is true. Granted, as I think back on that whole moment where the traveler was getting glazed, I do feel like maybe it was a little over the top for him to get all that glaze. Right? Because, like, yeah, the traveler helped save Natland, that is true. But I feel like the people should have also been putting a lot of emphasis on the heroes as a whole and Mavuika and not just the traveler. Because that whole part with them celebrating the Natlan's victory over the Abyss, it felt like they were only celebrating the Traveler and not everyone. Everyone should have been celebrated. All the 6-year-old should have been celebrated, and Mavuika. But of course, we know Mavuika, stepped out when that happened. Ooh, you know what? I think it'd been interesting if Mavuika's character writing was something like Vash the Stampedes. I think that would have been a pretty interesting character writing. My bad. Stuttering over words.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
Oh my goodness. Risley, you don't understand. He is being himself. This is how he acts. He's a cornball by nature. Him and his homeboy. Actually, I feel like Aoife isn't even much of a cornball. He feels more responsible and less of a cornball in comparison to Auroron. And I think that's what the dynamic is. One of them is a cornball, the other one isn't. Okay, where are we looking?
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
I'm not gonna lie. This man is so tough. He's so dripped out, and I'm curious to know how in the world this jacket staying on his body like this. It has to be clipped on. But like, it just looks tough. Man, if I had pulled Risley before Escoffier ever existed, boy. He would have been my cryo DPS, blatantly.
A moment, please.
And also, I would love for someone to give me calculations or just tell me blatantly if freaking C0 Risley is either more powerful or less powerful than C0 Skirk. Because I need to know what that baseline is for Skirk. People keep saying, I see so many people throughout this whole discussion about Skirk sit here and say that, oh, she's not even as strong as the other cryo DPSs that came before her. She's weaker than them without Escoffier and all that crap. And I was like, bro, I need to see proof of this. I understand doing calculations can give us an idea, but like, I need to see visible proof. I need to see visible proof that niggas cannot clear the in-game content with Skirk if they don't have Escoffier. Like, I genuinely need to see the visual representation. None of this hearsay BS.
Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Cheers! Can I dive? Actually, while we're at it, let me check them out. 2K attack, okay. Signature weapon. has crit rate on it as well. Oh, speaking of crit rate and crit damage, yo, I've been messing around with my Zenless characters a little bit. In particular, my... Who was it? My Soldier 11 and my homegirl, Ellen Joe. I've been working on their crit rate and crit damage, and I can say confidently that my Ellen Joe has pretty high crit rate and crit damage. My Ellen Joe's crit rate is like around 60, where her crit damage is around 107, or it is 107. I don't know if that's good or not. It seems pretty good to me, personally. I could be wrong. Someone can tell me if I'm wrong about that. But my Soldier 11 is like, she got like, what, 55.4 crit rate to a 80 to 90% crit damage. Still, someone can tell me if that's good or bad crit damage or crit rate. But like, I was so happy that I was managed to get a character like that, or get them up to that, because I'm gonna say this right now. It has been so beneficial to grind in Zenless, and like, I'm getting pieces that have both crit rate and crit damage on them as a baseline, just slapped onto them. And I'm like, bro, yes. Granted, that's RNG playing a role in it, but it's still pretty good. Have that good feeling, cause like I got like a handful of pieces that's like that. Oh, he actually got it in his hand. I love that. They actually have it in his hand. And it's a big item too. So they're improving the visual storytelling, at least with the models.
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
What the crap?
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking!
Oh, he getting beat up.
Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control.
The heck are you on about?
Oh my goodness, he about to explode.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier?
It is a shame that these character interactions will never be something that players will be able to experience if they skip out on this event. Or, you know, run out of time.
Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, this is about to be enjoyable. I'm gonna let it play out.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you.
No, Aoife, you messed it up. Oh my goodness, bro, you messed it up. L-Man's for real. Why did you just be quiet? He messed up the whole play-by-play. Oh man, Aoife, Aoife, you was such a W man back in version 5.5. Now you're an L man, and I can't respect it. I can't respect this Aoife.
You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Oh my lord. I know this nigga didn't just do what I think he just did. No. Bro. I'm irritated by both of these niggas. Both Aurora and Aoife. Y'all both get L's. Hold that. Go stand in the corner. I can't believe they really just did this crap. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's continue.
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right?
Oh my goodness. So this ties... Okay, this is actually really good storytelling. The dots are connecting here. Because at the beginning of this entire thing, back in the beginning of, the first act, Knitch and freaking Charlotte were talking about these tabloids that were, like, really outlandish and over the top. And how they're, like, only have, like, a hint of truth while the rest of it is just BS. And Charlotte went to go, make a report about it or whatever, right? And now it's playing a role here where it's like, oh, these niggas are using it as like a secret code messaging BS. Ain't that interesting? That's how you tie the knot. Why does this feel so intriguing?
Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed, but I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are
we? No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it.
Like I said earlier. Racial profiling about... I could be entirely wrong with how I'm using this word, but this is what it feels like to be.
And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
Argento?
All right, Mr. Argento.
Argento.
Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films?
No, nigga.
Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Aura farming. You see this? This is aura farming. Oh man, I should have pulled for him. But Nouvelette was on the same phase. Well, he was on the same phase, but he was out at the same time as him. So I was like, I couldn't. I had to skip your boy. Anyway, let's continue.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two...
Goofy 1 and 2.
Protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See? Mr. Kukuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
No, Nick. I can't believe this nigga talking like this. Why he talking like an Italian mob gangster? Oh my goodness. Or is it like a new old-fashioned New Yorker? Now listen here, I'm walking here. No, I think I had it spot on with the Italian part. But oh my goodness, this is so freaking hilarious to me.
In that case, I understand completely.
You changed his whole voice.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help.
Are we sleeping with the
Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Yeah, I hope you walk yourself over there, because I'm not controlling your character to get over there. It better not make me walk back. They better teleport.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonium. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain.
My bad, I had to go skim over that one more time.
At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Oh, that's Act 2. Man, these acts are short. But they're compact, and they're telling a good enough story that's engaging. Which is all it needs to do.
On the topic of kidnapping cases... How exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient, non-human beings? Of course, Melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kukuku?
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Wriothesley.
Oh, Noulette didn't like that. He's like, well, if I knew all the laws, I wouldn't be in that situation, would I? Like, that's not funny, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I got a really devious thought going on in my brain right now. 100% these two dudes would tag team the crap out of Marissa. This is the Gunner talk going on right now. That's my Gunner brain activated right now. But just putting her between these two, I am shocked to know that she is still shorter than them. These tall, masculine men, these two aura farmers. Oh my goodness. We already know what's gonna happen. One likes to punch, the other one likes to shoot water beams. Marissa gets between that, it's over. She's done. She may be some wrestler of some kind, but she's getting cooked by these two. Actually, oh my goodness, it'll be so tough to see a fight between Marissa and Wriothesley. The punchy boy versus the girl
There's
who
a
loves
lot
to
that
drop.
goes into managing an orchard.
Versus the girl who loves to drop her cake on her opponents. It would be such a great fight. The question is Wriothesley gonna handle that cake? Or is he gonna eat it and put it in the ground? Anyway, that's enough of that.
Watering, weeding, fertilizing the soil, making sure the temperature is right.
She's such an easy to play plunge character. Also, why the hell she got this on? Hold up. Why the hell she got this? Oh, because I gave that to Mona. Okay, that makes sense. How many bulls I got in Genshin anyway? Oh my goodness, I barely have enough for a temple. I really got to get back to this game so we can grind out areas that I haven't explored. What else can I talk about? Oh, no. Awesome. We can get the handle right now. Da-da-da-da-dun. Gotta crack these fingers up. I'm not gonna lie, Versa would probably be everyone's favorite slice of cake to pound into. You know why I love Iran so much, right? With him on the team, I want to burst hits. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you told me that. Oh, speaking about this type of damage number, right? So I came across a video. I think it was last night. Someone was like Skirk's base damage that she's hitting. If if Escoffier isn't in the team, she's hitting around what, 60k? And I'm thinking to myself, 60k is a pretty high number to be hitting. Are we really saying that this is not enough in terms of a damage dealing? Is everyone in range? 8 seconds, getting hit. Ooh, okay.
Add Astra. Thank you for coming.
Alright, give me a second.
There'll be an extra fee for that.
Hold up, something's playing in the background. What's playing? I know nothing on my phone is playing right now, is it? It's probably just some NPCs talking in the background. Give me 1 second.
Exactly, but none of them believe me. There'll be an extra fee for that.
My parents always say, no matter how busy life gets, you should always sit down and enjoy a proper meal when you get hungry.
Okay.
What I like to do is stack my plate up high.
Oh, shit. I forgot I didn't mute your stream. I switched it back over. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. So, here's the thing. A lot of people bitch about people not doing enough damage with this unit, that unit, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, in essence, I believe a character should be able to carry themselves, for the most part.
Squash it all down.
That's one of the reasons why I kind of get irritated with Diona, because she can't do anything by herself, but she is a healer slash shielder and debuffer once you get certain constellations, so I kind of like let that one kind of pass. Because one of the things that made me really enjoy Ganyu is the fact that she could stand by herself very easily, because her damage is absolutely nuts. And even if they have a frost shield, her bows eat through it. Like, she's just nuts. And a lot of people forget that she can do that. So, I'm looking at a lot of these things. Mona, let's go back to power creep. Mona has been my main since I've started the game. You know that, right?
Yeah, you done told me multiple times.
Yeah. So people who are like, oh, these numbers aren't dude, 60,000 has been a damn big number for a very long time. People are like, I'm telling you, if you are doing 50k plus, that means you're building your characters right. That is what the base damage should be for most characters, unless they are fully support, like people like, or characters like Dory, although Dory sucks. Like Diona, whatnot, like even Shinha, though she's a support unit, man, she can do some crazy numbers. And you look at people saying, "Oh, Skirk can't do much damage without it, like certain units." Dude, Mavuika doesn't hit the crazy numbers without fucking Sitlali. She does hit good numbers even without her, but the crazy numbers that you see in showcases, there is always a Sitlali in that fucking team. And so when people are talking about like, "Oh, they need this," dude, this is where I go back to when people are saying that all these units, how do I put it, that old units are worthless. Something that Hoyo has done right with Genshin is they introduce future units that help support older units again. With Nahida and Kale, it made Kaching, actually, and Dendro Traveler, made Kaching meta again. When you brought in Nilou, it basically made it made Barber good again. It made a lot of good teams. Nilou, I get, given that you could only have Dendro and Hydro, she was really the true first of the niche gaming. Actually, no, Xinyan is probably the first in niche gaming, but her character was so weak, no one used her anyways. But you look at Mona and Auroran. It's the Auroran. He doesn't need Electro Charge, but he is still relatively niche. But that niche allows you to use older units or newer units, I mean, depending, I guess, who you have. Exactly. And be able to incorporate them in different ways. And people who bitch about niche gaming, even when Nilou was launched and she was really the true first niche 5-star, even then I was like, it's like, if you don't want a niche game, then don't pull for her. But she's nice to be able to make certain teams work that never normally would. And that's the thing I love about niche gaming, is it allows you to be able to do things more creatively. Yes, there are limitations to it, but the pros are so strong that you can negate the cons. The only thing I hate is, like, the only boss I really, really hate in the game is the Dendro Hypostasis. You know why?
Yeah. Oh, why? Because you don't have fire?
No. If you do not have a Dendro
that's right.
in your team, you cannot kill it. It's the only thing, only one in the game I know that you need a specific
element,
a specific character or type of character to kill it. Like, others just make it fucking hard as hell. Like every Natlan boss, if you don't use a Natlan character, it takes
Chivalry
much longer
will
to
never
kill
die.
it or break its shields or whatnot. But yeah.
Well, if we're talking about that, if we're talking about that flower boss, I would agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that flower boss is designed for fucking Natlan characters. It's annoying. Like, if you just have good elemental application, then yeah, you can still wreck it. And that's the one time Dory would actually be useful, because her electro application is insane. That's the only time I would ever say Dory would be useful. I'm sorry, you have no idea how much I hate her.
Ah, dude, you told me multiple times.
I wouldn't hate her as much, but I was actually hyped for her. I was super hyped for her. I liked her character. I loved her design. I thought she was a greedy little shit, but I mean, she was a fun little character. And yeah, she was disappointing as fuck. But yeah, anywho, so that's something you can add into your niche gaming, that all these niche things that come in actually make older characters relevant, and it prevents power creep from being a thing, because you can bring in older characters. And if anything, this niche type gameplay has helped to revitalize Genshin and keep everything about, like, old game or old characters valid within the game, unlike HSR, because I've heard everything about the power creep in that game being obnoxious.
It's wild. Even though I'm not like an in-game player of the game, yeah, it's gotten so crazy to the point that since they haven't released any new 4-star characters at all, it's gotten to the point where we have 5-star characters who are the premium best in slot. But even some of the members of the best in slot are being replaced by new characters, which is wild in itself. The best in slot is being replaced by the new best in slot blatantly. It's wild. Cause like what was one? Granted, they said they're buffing some older units, but even still, it's like the buffing that they should be doing is nerfing. Honestly, that's the one that they should be doing. Nerf some of this damage that some of these new DPSs are doing, and nerf down that damn HP inflation. That's what they need to do.
Well, yeah, in HSR, I was thinking Genshin again. Yeah, that's one thing. I definitely complained about the HP inflation in previous abysses, but it seems like that was more of a balancing issue, because even though there's HP inflation in this, because of the characters they give you, there's a much better balance to it. I think it's all about balancing, because I should be able to bring in my 4 stars and be able to beat the fucking material, as long as I build them correctly. There was a point where it was a certain Genshin content creator. He was able to clear out every single abyss and get all the stars with the starting 4 stars every single time, and there was an abyss he couldn't do it. And I can't remember how long ago it was, and he's like, the game has gotten too ridiculous if I can't do this anymore. He's like, the power creep is starting. And then I think that video went viral. I don't know, it didn't go viral, but it got a lot of traction. I think that's when Hoyo decided to dial it back a bit, because they're getting some backlash.
Alright, this is my first time hearing about this video. But yeah, they do bring a valid point. If it gets to the point where this is one reason why I don't, because like people are using the HSR PTSD, because that's what people got going on right now, to talk about, oh, the HP inflation, the power creep in Genshin and Zenless is so holy moly bad, when in reality it's really not. We haven't reached the point of absurdity where now old units from version 1 can't be used, or version 2 can't be used, or version 3. Like, we haven't gotten to that point yet. But people are framing it like as if we've gotten to this point, which is ridiculous. I understand that the HSR PTSD is high, but like, you can't be using that to guide the path. Shoot, I even saw I came across a video today where someone was like, when it gets to version 3 of these Hoyo games, stuff starts turning for the worse. Like, someone was saying how when it got to version 3, Sumeru, apparently it turned for the worse. I don't know, I can't remember what aspect turned for the worse in particular. But the only thing that they mentioned was the freaking Aranara quest, which I think I'm gonna put this in my video. I think I'm gonna put this in my video. We cannot continue to use the Aranara quest as if it is the benchmark of the entirety of Sumeru. Like, I can understand we complaining about that one quest, but why are we acting like that one quest is the end all be all of every quest in the whole region? Yeah,
that's just like using an extreme. It's a hyperbole example. The problem is it actually happens. That's the whole problem. Is a lot of quests in Sumeru had that long as hell. Look at the Jet quest. But at least the Jet quest was fun and interesting and had good story. The R&R quest, I felt like I was playing with 5-year-old Pokemon.
You know what? I will agree with that, because, well, not like playing with the Pokemon, but like, I think that what really made the R&R quest even longer is the fact that you had to go, I'm pretty sure there's like this whole gap of space where you have to go help like these other little R&Rs across the map, and you have to go find them and help them with their ish. And then you have to do more puzzle solving that's even across the open world as well, but like, they don't even ping it on the map of where you need to go. You essentially have to stumble across it, honestly. Or no, this is a different quest I'm thinking about. Oh, speaking about that quest, I finally unlocked that crap like a couple months back, probably 2 or 3 months back, where it was this underwater crap. Hold up, I think I can show you whenever I get to Sumeru. But like, yeah, I think that the whole part with the R&R is helping them across Sumeru to then get them back to the homeland was probably what really dragged the quest out even longer. Because if we didn't need to do that, I think people would have blown through the quest faster, or the time for that quest would have been shorter, in my opinion. Yo, happy birthday, bro. You good?
Just tired.
All right, hold up. Before you say the next thing, I am streaming right now.
Oh, I know who it is. Never mind. I was about to ask, but I was like, if I can't hear him, I know who it is.
Yeah, that's just like, yeah. Now, where is that location at? I need to flex this real quick. This shit pissed me off so much. Hold up, where is the location? I'm doing a Genshin stream right now. It's about to end. Because it's already 1:01 in the morning, but like I need to do something really fast. I'm trying to remember, where is the spot? Huh?
Who's in chat?
Honestly, I don't know. It should be.
Mimi, you're there. Hi, Mimi.
Nah, Mimi not here, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, we yapping about meta crap around here and whatnot. In-depth topics. Oh, shoot, you play Star Rail a lot, don't you? I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you could give a perspective. Like, how you feel about not being... How are you able to clear any of the in-game modes at all with the characters you got going on? Or...
Like Pure Fiction?
Just any of them. It don't matter.
Nope. Nope. Not at all.
Like, you haven't been able to clear any of it?
Pure Fiction, I can get to the second stage with my Aglia team, but that's it. Like, I cannot play free to play.
Oh my goodness, this is diabolical.
Yes. I've been trying with my free to play teams because I don't like using my pay to win teams because I just feel like a whale, even though I know I am one. So I don't ever use Sunday because I don't know, I just don't feel like it. And plus, I have Bronya. But I cannot clear Pure Fiction or the other one. I forgot what the other one was called. And like, I just feel like you need to pay money to win HSR. Like, completely pay to win. They need to like add, instead of Ranmei, I feel like they should have added Robin, because Robin, I feel like Robin's more universal than Ranmei.
Yeah, but the thing is, they were never gonna do that, and the reason because of it is because Robin has such universal value, and she makes money. A character like that cannot be just given away for free, or even losing on like a 50-50 too.
Yeah, I guess. But Ranmei also makes money because a lot of people need Ranmei for break teams, and there's a lot of break teams out there.
True. Granted, I don't think break is even meta anymore. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not meta now, especially knowing that the Path of Erudition has become the main, thing to use now.
Yeah. Because of the Herda and Eniacs.
Yeah. Shoot, which is more of a shame.
I don't know how to feel about Eniacs or the Herda. They're like so busted.
Well, obviously you feel. I'm not actually about to tell you how you feel. I can tell how I feel. It's like they should. Cause I said this during the Star Rail stream. They should have made half of those new characters 4 stars. If they had done that and give these 4 stars like these, really, let's say just good enough to like universal like type usage, people wouldn't have much issues with it. They were like, oh, look at these crazy powerful 4 stars. These 4 stars are great for XYZ, but like they didn't do that.
I feel like Tribby should have been a 4-star. Like, just because of her design. She doesn't look like a 5-star. But like, she's still crazy busted.
I would agree. I only say this slightly agree, because my girl is best girl. It's unfortunate what they did to her. Oh, shoot. Before you get out of here, before I end the stream, I guess I'll ask you a question. Have you played any of the story quest related stuff?
To what?
Star Rail.
Yeah, I have. I've been trying to complete story recently.
How far are you?
My Day's Death.
Okay, so you're doing 3.2 story right now, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm not gonna spoil nothing for you. I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Oh, I already know. I already know everything.
Oh, were you spoiled?
Yeah, I was spoiled. Sci-fi.
Hold up. Pump the brakes.
Wait, you didn't even know that?
Bro, I haven't done version 3.3 story yet.
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
You know what? I'm gonna let it slide. Now I gotta hold off Star Wars for like 3 weeks now. I gotta hold it off for 3 weeks to cleanse my mind of this moment.
So you get letting him in the chat, man.
So you might as well go ahead and tell Star that Star Rail stream ain't gonna be for 3 weeks from now, unfortunately. It's a requirement. It must. Yes, I am dead serious. If it's not 3 weeks, at best it's gonna be 2. I need to filter my brain with so much irrelevant nonsense to get this memory out my brain.
It's already filled with irrelevant nonsense.
Then I gotta pack it in with 10 times more because I just got hit with a spoiler out of the blue. You know, I should have opened my mouth and told them, don't give me no spoilers for version 3.3 story. You know, that's kind of my fault. I'm gonna take responsibility for that. I should have told him before he said anything, no spoilers about any of the new recent story stuff. That's on me.
Like, you already knew that all the characters died.
I didn't knew all of them died. Well, I had the thought that the potential for all of them to die was high, especially after what happened in 3.2 story.
Castorice.
Castorice didn't really technically die, though. Can we really call it a death?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call her...
It's not really... It's still sad, though.
Sounds like copium, and I don't even play the game.
Oh, no. We're not coping when we say about these characters dying. You know, on some real stuff. Like...
No, you said she didn't really die.
Oh,
That's
no.
what sounds like copium.
Oh, no. That part, I'm like, it's not copium. I promise you. It's not. She really did not die. She can't die, technically speaking. She... Like, she's like the embodiment of death. And also, hold on. Actually, I think I need to show this on stream real quick before I close it. I know I've been saying that a lot, but like that's something I realized when I was thinking back on that Castorus story and the whole area that's supposed to be where the souls of the dead go. I had realized that, oh my goodness, Natlan's underground area, where I guess the Night Kingdom is, it's damn near similar to that area that Castorus went to before her part of the story closed. Because I was looking at these purple flowers, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this reminds me so much of Castorus. And now I have this speculation in my brain that the Lord of Death may resemble Castorus in a way. Not like personality-wise, obviously, but in terms of like visually. That's the feel I get. Granted, they probably gonna have like a red color shading instead of purple.
I feel like Natlan doesn't feel like the land war. Is that just me?
No, that's not just you. That's for a lot of people.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like land of war. And Mavwika's design is like good, but like it doesn't match an Archon.
I wouldn't really say it doesn't match an Archon, because we say a lot of Archons dress in different fashions, so I wouldn't really say that. But I think it's more accurate to say that her outfit should have been more warrior-like.
Instead of just like tight suit.
Look, I ain't going to hate it. I'm not going to hate on the fucking zipper.
Okay, I can't hate on the zipper.
Like, the zipper is outlandish, but we're gooners around here. So...
They gave us our strongest button. We needed zipper, like, representation, alright? And Mavwika gave it to us.
Oh, yeah. You know what? On this topic, I'm thinking about making a video related to fan service in Genshin, because I came across a consecrator. I remember this, because this is one of the things I wanted to talk about. I came across a consecrator, she's a female VTuber consecrator, who talked about the fan service in Genshin. And from me reading the comments, I feel like a lot of people have this feeling that Genshin has gone down the route of doubling down on fan service, when in reality, honestly, it hasn't felt that way to me. Yes, we have characters like Mavwika, Verissa, and homegirl Mulani, and even Shalonen, right? They all look sexy, obviously, right? But like, I don't feel like Genshin has got to the point where we doubling down on fan service. Like, they're not stripping these female characters of like their clothing just to flex off their thighs and oh my goodness, actually, you know what? Maybe they should double down.
No, they won't. Genshin has a certain community in China that they will never betray with that. Because you have to remember, the CCP has that shit on lockdown.
Yeah, I know. I was just making a joke because I found it funny.
The fact that they have that going with ZZZ, it's absolutely nuts to me.
Yeah, and I think it's because of the fact that they moved their headquarters out of like China to like Singapore. Hopefully, I'm saying that place right.
Singapore, yeah, it is, but you have to also keep in mind that Singapore is basically an extension of China. But I mean, yes, it is its own. You have to remember, basically, everyone who's rich in China moves to Singapore. There's a reason.
Okay, they got more freedom over there? Or...
Oh yeah, there was much more freedom, but it's also very Chinese controlled.
Okay.
I'm gonna head up
All
now.
right. See you later, bro.
Yeah,
What else?
I'm 14 up.
Good job.
Oh shit, I forgot to charge my fucking controller before I went to work.
I felt that. The amount of times I pick up my PS5 controller, they're both dead. I'm like, bro, what? How? How does that happen?
I need to get a second controller. I really do.
Shoot, the only reason I even have a second controller because this is technically my brother's second controller.
The only reason why I don't have a second controller because my friend gave me his PS5, and he didn't have a second controller.
Oh, so then he must have had the same issue as me then, because mine only came with one. Granted, it's not really an issue, but you get the point. Hold up. Let me see if did I make a document related to fan service? I was thinking about this video, but I don't think I made a document for it. Let me see. Please tell me I made a document. I really do want to make that video. So actually, let me go look at this video and see what is going on right now. Ooh, someone made a recent comment about 30 minutes ago. Let me read this. Imagine instead of a bike, Mavuka rode a flaming chariot. Would more fit the medieval vibe. Natalie has a medieval vibe? Really?
It does not have a medieval vibe one damn bit.
I'm confused by that. I was like, medieval. Also, let me continue. Also, the Natlan vibe, Mavuka kind of gave that old Disney movie Atlantis. Well, now that they said it, I can picture in my head that Mulan gives off that vibe. Actually, Mulan more so gives off the vibe of, what was that Disney movie called? Crap. It was the Hawaiian girl who can like bend water or something like that. I forgot what that movie called.
Are you talking about Avatar?
No, not that. Oh, Moana. That's the movie called. It's Moana. It's that Disney movie called Moana.
Oh, I never watched that, so.
I'm thinking about watching it. Granted, I'm gonna hold my opinion of it until I watch it. But I think it's probably a good movie. Let's continue. The technology could have been like how Kaida was in that movie. Wait a minute. Hold up. That old Disney movie Atlantis, their technology could have been like how Kaida was in that movie. The old Disney movie about Atlantis had an individual called Kaida, and they had some technology to it. Hold up. What movie is he referring to? This individual referring to? Hold up. I'm going to do this research on my own time. I'm not going to do it right now while the stream is up. Hold up, let me read. Or the Sun Warriors from Avatar: The Last Airbender would have been good inspiration because Power Archon and so on. Okay. Also, since they have volcanoes, a new element called lava could have been cool to and interact with Geo. Well, I agree with the idea that there should just be a new set of elements reactions for Geo instead of just crystallized. I can't agree with that.
They should do something where Geo, Dendro, and Anemo somehow work together, creating a new reaction. That would be nice.
Honestly, that's all Genshin really needs to do. Genshin just needs to just make more outlandish reactions. That either is based in reality or not. Genuinely. There's no reason why they can't, especially if they don't want to add a new element, which I'm going to talk about in my Skirk video, because people got this misconception about Skirk being quantum entirely.
Yeah, I was actually kind of disappointed when she didn't have a new element, but had frost or cryo. I mean, I'm not surprised, but
like, yeah, I can understand like wanting a new element because the way the scene presents itself, I can understand why someone would perceive it as, oh, it's a new element, right? But then when they reveal her element, people, start losing their shit about it. But then again, you got to think back. She wasn't flexing elemental power to like seal the narwhal. It's more like the narwhal just got condensed into like a ball that looks like quantum power, right?
Yeah, I just think it would have been a good way to build up post end story Genshin to set up expansions past the main story. Because remember we had this discussion not too long ago that they're coming up on the end of the story, and it's like, what are they going to do after that happens? Are they just going to just toss it off to the side, or are they going to come up with something new? And if they come up with something new and do something beyond, like make a new thread or something, by having the Traveler have all the powers and getting their old power back, they could have a new element which could interact and then find a way to keep them from being so overpowered by this whatever new enemy that's around. And I think having that element that's limited to very few characters that was already introduced in the base game. Well, I wouldn't say base game, but you know what I mean. It would make it look more natural to weave it into the game. See what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
I mean, but then of course, if you do that, it's going to open up a bunch of people to bitch like, oh, there's new element that's locked behind the new 5 stars. You have to drop money. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like I said, you'll have everybody bitching about something. You do A, they'll bitch that you didn't do B. You do B, they'll bitch that you didn't do A.
True. Oh, also, what's up, Julian? My bad. Should have said something earlier. Yeah, I was referring to a movie called Moana because a new comment on my new video that I posted today, which you should go check it out. Hit the like and sub button. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about that movie because I was reading the comment and it was making a lot of references. Granted, I will say this: it felt like the comment was a little all over the place, but I was understanding the base sentiment of the comment. But oh shoot, I feel like if they weren't, well, since we already know they're not creating a new element because they never announced such a thing. But if they were to because this is something me and Red were talking about a couple months back when Skirk's silhouette was revealed, right? We were basically saying, well, what if they do the same thing what if the Genshin devs copy what Zone Zero did, right? Where the highest DPS in the game, that being Miyabi, she has like a different classification for her being ice. Like, she's ice, but her classification is entirely different. It's like a new classification. It's called, well, the base is ice. That's the one everyone else uses. But hers is frost. I'm pretty sure hers is frost. Even the ice symbol looks different compared to everyone else's, right? So I told them maybe that's what they'll do with Skirk. They'll probably give her, if she ends up being one of the elements that's already in the game, what if they make it like a specialized class of that element, right? Which I hope they do that, even in these little final beta tests that they're doing. Because like the thing is, because I'm gonna mention this in my video about Skirk, is that we've had abyss entities wielding the elements since the beginning of the game. Like, it's really not a surprise to see someone who's probably dwelled in the abyss for so long in their life, or have come from the abyss, wielding elemental power. It's legitimately not a stretch, or even out of the blue, right? Because we got like the heralds, the bishop, abyss mages, and so on. Like, you get the point. We got so much evidence of abyss creatures using elemental power. So it's like it's not really a stretch to say, oh wow, well she ended up being ice. It's like it falls into the realm of what the game has already established prior.
I have to remember, the Abyss is nothing but elemental power. They take elements and then they basically pervert them.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the Abyss was something else entirely. I didn't think it was made up of elements.
No, it's not made of. It's that. Look at like like you said, the mages and all that. Everything is elemental based. Like they go into like think about it this way. Why did they go after Natlan so much for the primordial fire? And they wanted that. What kept it at bay? Like what kept them from taking it over when the primordial fire was used against it? Like it. They want it, but they can't achieve it, so they go about roundabout ways to take that elemental power. And when they do, they pervert it into something different. Think about the statues. There's a reason why they're upside down.
Wait, which statues in particular are upside down?
Don't you remember the story quest?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Obviously. Yeah. But you had said statues, so I was thinking, oh, was there more?
I believe that wasn't there a second one that we saw later on in like a trailer or whatnot?
Not that I remember. Unless it was
maybe just fan fiction, but I remember seeing a second one for some odd reason, but oh well. I could be completely wrong on that one, but in the end, they are proven to just pervert everything. But they go after elemental power because that's where the power of the world lies.
Alright. Okay, I'm following. Oh, also, Julian, I saw the movie you guys were talking about. Oh, Mulana? Mulana? Oh, man, I can't pronounce that thing. Worth a damn.
Moana.
Yeah, Moana. There we go. Thank you. But yeah. I'm still holding on to my theory that I told you about prior when I was comparing it to, well, making the parallel between the Amphoria's story quest and Genshin world building or world structure. I do believe that there may be there is an entity in the Abyss that more than likely is like what you would call a Lord Ravager in Star Realm. This absolute planet busting demon that seeks destruction. Cause that's what it just feels like. The Abyss seeks destruction. Granted, they said that the Abyss doesn't have a will or something along the lines. Like it doesn't have a conscience or whatever. But like it's cunning because it's just.
Dude.
Huh?
Hoyo is fucking brilliant.
Oh, what happened?
Dude, they took a real life situation and then turned it into their game. The Abyss is the woke mob.
Oh my goodness, Rich. I was really hoping you had like some crazy revelation and you was about to go down a whole theory route. I was really hoping for it.
Admit it. The correlations were too good not to use.
Oh my goodness gracious. I swear, bro. I think they also made a part 2.
It's not nice.
But let me read this. I think they also made a part 2. I can't remember. Yeah, they did make a second movie to that Moana.
Moana.
There we go.
They're making a second one, I thought.
I think the second one already came out. Hold on. Actually, let me search this right now. Yeah. I remember seeing trailers for it. Yep, it came out in last year.
Oh. That's probably why no one cared, is because Disney, in the last, year or two, no one gives a fuck what they're doing.
They've
done nothing but shit on themselves.
It's got 61% Rotten Tomatoes, and it's got a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Released back in November? Really? Oh, movie budget. 150 mil.
Holy shit.
That movie better be damn good. That's all I know. If it's gonna cost that much. Which I do think it is good, though.
What's going on with recent games?
Yes.
Shadows has proven to be a complete fucking failure.
I saw the part 1. I like part 1 a little bit. Oh, okay. But yeah, the Shadows thing, cornball stuff.
And Expedition 33 made for $50 million, and they got it back in their very first day. First day of release, they got their money back. That's nuts. And then they doubled their investment on the second day. How nuts is that?
It's believable. Hold up.
It's proof that skill-based games are still desired. Proof that $50 games will still sell and probably will sell more, especially if you're an indie company. Given if they ever make another game, people already see this brand and attribute it to Expedition 33, and just might end up they'll be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? They can sell for a higher price now because they have name recognition.
True. That is what they will do. Granted, it's natural.
Huh?
Oh, I said granted, it's natural that would happen. Because, like, if they're getting such a banger, I mean, why not sell it for a higher price? The people would buy it.
Yeah, I honestly think they could have sold it for 60. It would have, it would have gone nuts. But here's the thing, when it first came out, on Steam, they knocked the price down by 10% on launch. Not on PlayStation, just on Steam. And the reason why they did that was because Oblivion was dropped, and they got kind of screwed with that, because this game was advertised, people were excited about it, but it got completely overshadowed by the Oblivion remaster. And so they knocked it off 10% for people to get into their game. And that was probably the smartest move they did, because a lot of people got the game. And while companies like Nintendo are raising the prices to $80 and $90, this game came out for $50, and it's dude, for the last 2 weeks I've been playing this game, and almost only this game. Like, I do Genshin to get the dailies out of the way.
I mean, rightfully so. You got at this point, people got to start shooting Genshin like a side game, which is why I'm so glad I started doing that last year. Oh, also, let me read this from Joshua. Oh, wait, Julian, my bad. Almost done with the HSR story, but I was sleeping on the story because I was only playing for an hour. Then I got off, but I will finish the rest of it tomorrow morning. Oh, you fell asleep while playing it? Ugh. That does not spell well. At least for the game, it doesn't spell well. Unless you were just tired when that happened. Do I have anything else I want to yap about? Or did I yap everything off my head? No, I think I got most of everything I wanted to say off my chest. Granted, I'm thinking about putting a physical team together for my EULA, and I feel like having Shen Yun on it is a benefit after what I found out today. Oh crap, my headphones. There we go. Alright. Trip, do you have anything else you want to say before I end this?
No. The main thing was just about, like, I wanted to point out, because I know you're talking about niche gameplay and how that's actually improved. I just want to voice how that's actually improved the game, because that niche gameplay has allowed characters, like I said, my Mona, even though I mained her for a long time, she was unviable in Abyss, to be honest. But with Auroron, she is very strong in Abyss. In certain situations, of course. And so that's something that I thought you'd want for your video, and since it was on topic on your stream, there you go.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the conversation. I really appreciate it, bro.
Alright, man.
Alright. Later. Good night.
Adios.
And now, this stream about to end too. So for those remaining still watching the stream, I appreciate you watching. Also, let me read this before we close it. No, I mean, I quit the story. I was not really sleeping. I quit to help my friend with stuff because the story is 7 hours long. Yeah, I know. You gotta really, if you really want to blow through that story, you need to at least complete 2 hours worth of story each day, honestly. That's the only way I'm able to even get through the story. I can't do it 7 hours in one sitting. I just can't do that. Gotta do it in pieces. But, my bad. I was reading something. Homie sent me in the Discord. But yeah. My apologies. Back to the main point. Like the stream, share it if you want. Help your boy with his YouTube grow. Go check out the new video I posted today, or not today, 2 days ago. At this point, it's not the best, but it's decent. That's what I can say to describe it. Okay, it's decent. So go check it out. It's on the climb. It's sitting at 740 views. Help it reach that 1,000 mark. Thank you. I would really appreciate it. Hit the like button up and all the other good Danny stuff. Yeah, we're gonna stream one more time later today. Hopefully, I'll start the stream at 9 o'clock so I can get the story done, because I only got Act 3 of this mini quest to do, or mini event to do, and then I'm done. And then we'll see what I do moving on into next week. Tomorrow is going to be the Zenless Zone Zero. I hope tomorrow is Zenless Zone Zero's freaking, the 2.0 anniversary stream. I hope to God. Actually, I need to check right now before I end the stream. I need to check this. Zenless Zone Zero. They gotta have it somewhere. Please. For the love of everything. Where is it? There has been no announcements for the special program yet. No, wait. It's May 23rd now. Where? I'm not seeing anything related to the damn live stream at all across anything. I am pissed about that. I'm tilted. But anyway, it is what it is. Good night. Later. Peace. Not time to end the stream. See y'all folks later. Bye.